You'll never change your life until you change what you do on a daily basis. And so what you do every single day creates your reality. So in this video, I'm going to give you 8 things that you can do starting today, starting tomorrow, that's going to transform your life. It's something that I do every single day. And if you do them for 60 days, 90 days, you will start seeing amazing benefits in your life. Alright, so I'm going to rip through these pretty quickly. There's 8 things plus a few extra bonuses, and I want you to write down the things that you're not doing, the things that you are doing, the things that you commit to doing. I guarantee if you do these things, it's going to change your life. I've been doing these things every single day without fail for the last 3, 4, 5 years. And so it's got me to where I am. It's going to take me to where I want to continue going just by building these foundations and these daily habits. So the first one is workout. Do some kind of exercise for 45 minutes minimum a day. Now, the exercise doesn't need to be going to the gym. Sometimes we think we need to go to the gym and that's the exercise, but it's not. There's all sorts of exercise. Going for a walk, doing something, just getting up and doing whatever it is. It could be playing a sport. It could be playing around with your kids if you're, running after them, or if you're doing something like that. It could be playing golf. Whatever it is for you, some kind of physical activity for 45 minutes every single day. Whether it's walking, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's just, doing some gardening or whatever it might be, it's still some kind of exercise. So that's number 1. Number 2, green smoothie. Now, having a green smoothie in the morning or when you break your fast, whatever your routine is going to help just give your body the nutrients it needs. And it's been proven that if you have those nutrients first thing in the morning, rather than like a sugary breakfast or whatever it might be, or cereal or donuts or whatever else people have, you're not going to have that spike and you're naturally going to want to eat better throughout the day. If I have a really nice green smoothie in the morning, I don't want to then go eat shit afterwards. So it's really important to have your green smoothie as the thing that you break your fast with, whether it's first thing in the morning, whether it's after your workout or you have lunch or whatever it might be, just the first thing you eat. Now, simply put just water in a blender, some berries and frozen spinach. Just grab some fresh spinach, throw it in the freezer, and then just take it out when you need it. We use frozen spinach because it just blends up easier and it makes a bit more of a smoothie, and it's also cold, and so it helps a lot. So you can add anything else to it as well. This is not nutritional advice. This is just do this and see what will happen to change it. Obviously check with do all the legal things you need to, check with the people that you need to, that disclaimer that we've got to say. So number 1, workout. Number 2, green smoothie. Number 3, read or learn or educate yourself for 20 minutes a day, or read at least 10 pages a day. Now, do it on something that you're interested in. Like if you want to get better at something in your life, whether it be, relationships, whether it be business, making money, or, your health or your fitness or whatever it is, just read or educate yourself for 20 minutes a day. 20 minutes for your day, that's it, is 1% of your day. Now, if you do something for 1% of your day, every single day over the course of 12 months, that's a 37.38% better you. That's ridiculous. That's over 1/3 better you will be just from doing something for 20 minutes every single day. So learn what it is. I like reading and I like highlighting it and doing things like that. You can do whatever you want, but just learn some kind of thing that's going to help you. You can read non-fiction or you can read fiction and all that kind of stuff, but the point of it is to learn something while you're doing it, not just reading anything. There's a time and place for that if you enjoy doing that, but read something. I like reading more than anything because it stimulates that we can look at it and read it at the same time rather than just listening to it, because if we listen to it, our mind tends to drift off somewhere else. So for 20 minutes a day, read 10 pages or read for 20 minutes, whatever it is, on your thing that you really want to improve or change or fix in your life. All right, number 4, GCGs. So we start off with goals. So write down what your goal is for the day. It could be anything, it could be the same for every day. It could be something simple as like, I want to be present with my kids, or I'm going to be present with my kids. I'm going to be present with my family, or I'm going to work on my business and build my business. Whatever it is, it doesn't really matter, but just go, this is my goal for the day. The next one is commitment. So what are you committed to doing for the day? And don't overcomplicate this, keep this super simple. So, 3 or 4 steps, just go, I'm committed to doing this, I'm committed to doing this, I'm committed to doing this. and just make sure that you have that set. Ideally first thing or close to in the morning before you start your day, so you don't get caught up in like all this stuff that's going on and then you go, what was I actually going to do today? So just make sure that it's there, a list. You just go, cool, this is what I'm doing, this is what's next, this is what's next. And then we finish this with 3 to 5 things you're grateful for. Gratitude is the ultimate emotion, and a lot of our process we do it within our events and our programs here, we do gratitude at the end of it, because it is that. It's like, if we're not grateful for what we got, why would the universe, source, God, spirit, whatever your belief is, why would they give you anything more if you're not grateful for what you have? And so many people aren't. They always want more, and they're not grateful for what they have right now, and so it doesn't grow. You know, how can it grow if you're not appreciating what you've got? Everything has 2 states, hot, cold, up, down. Appreciation, depreciation. So if it's not appreciating, it's depreciating. So if you're not appreciating yourself and your life and the things that you have, it's going to depreciate, which goes backwards. So it's super, super important to finish that with gratitude. Step number 5 is just meditate for 5 to 20 minutes a day. Now, ideally, it's a meditation that you do passively with no guided meditations or anything like that. Just sit there, focus on your breath. Close your eyes, focus on your breath. If your mind wanders, bring it back. If it wanders again, bring it back. The goal is not to stop your mind from thinking. That's what it does. Our mind thinks. It's about training it, bringing it back, and trying to keep it as calm as possible. You wouldn't want to start meditating in your heart to stop beating, or your lungs to stop breathing, because that's what they're designed to do. So is your mind. So the goal isn't to stop thinking, it's to train it and bring it back when it does disappear. Now, we don't meditate to get good at meditation, we meditate to get good at life. So the more that you meditate, the better at life you're going to get, because you'll lower your stress, you'll drop into the parasympathetic nervous system, which is rest and heal and digest and all those things, rather than being in a stress state. So 5 minutes minimum, even if you need to start with 1 minute, just do that and work your way up to 20 minutes ideally. And you can do it in the morning, you can do it in the evening, you can do it at lunchtime, whatever is best for you. When I was back in construction, I used to do it first thing in the morning. I used to even do it at lunchtime. I'd sit in my car and do it at lunchtime, because that was when I could fit it into my life and into my schedule. So just get it done whenever you can. All right, number 6, affirmations or incantations. Now, I really like this part of doing this by programming myself. It's like repetition is the mother of mastery. So the more reps we get in, the more we are programming ourselves. It's the same as going to the gym. The more reps you do at the gym, the more you grow, the more you are building the muscle, and you're training yourself to lift more. And so it's the same thing. It's like we are training yourself to believe things differently about yourself through affirmations and incantations. Is it the most effective way to do things? No. But if you keep doing it every single day, it's going to add up over time. So write down 3 things. Now, this little process is you write it down with a pen and paper. So no typing, not on a computer or anything like that. You just write it down, pen and paper. 3 times. The thing is, it could be like, I am strong, I'm powerful, I'm confident. So you go, I'm strong, I'm powerful, I'm confident. I'm strong, I'm powerful, I'm confident. I'm strong, I'm powerful, I'm confident. And so you write them down so your mind can see them too. Then you speak them into reality. You speak them out of your mouth, not in your mind, out of your mouth. Make a sound with it when you speak, and then you speak it 3 times. So you write it down 3 times and then speak it out. And if you want to go a step further, you can speak it like you mean it. You can keep saying it. So you can be like, I am strong, I am powerful, I am confident. And you keep saying it until you mean it. That's more of an incantation style. So whichever one works best for you, but just consistent action and repetition will then help you build new habits, and also get you to rewire your networks in your mind so you believe and think differently about yourself. All right, number 7. A text message, a daily text message. It can be a text message, can be a voice message, doesn't really matter what it is, but just send one. It can be to partners, it could be to children, it can be to colleagues, it can be to friends, it can be to anyone. Doesn't matter who, but show them love, appreciation, gratitude, whatever it is that you want to send to them, but make them feel good and tell them what you like about them and how they helped you, or what the lessons and stuff they've learned. It goes back to what I was saying. If we're not grateful for what we got, why would the universe or God or source, whatever, give us any more? If we're not grateful for the people in our life, why would they keep coming into our life, or would they be in our life? You know, so many of us, we get into relationships and then we get complacent and think they're always going to be there, and then one day they just don't come back, you know. And especially with a lot of men, they kind of take things for granted, that they're always going to be there, and they don't work on themselves, and all of a sudden one day she goes, this is over, I'm leaving, takes the kids, whatever it might be. So daily text message. The goal is not to get a reply. I'll even like saying no reply or no response needed, and then you just say something. Like, imagine if you were to receive a message tomorrow morning and it was like, hey, just thought I'd send you a quick message. I really appreciate the effort that you put in, and the love and the support and the friendship that you've given me. Have an awesome day, we'll talk soon. Imagine if you got that message from someone, a colleague or a partner or whatever, you know, how much different would you feel? And so that is what we're doing. I want you to think about a relationship, all relationships, not just intimate relationships, all relationships as a bank account. And we can't just keep withdrawing from a bank account because it's going to get empty, depleted. We need to top that bank account up. We need to put deposits into that. And so every single day you're just depositing into the bank account, keeping the bank account full. And that means you can withdraw from it, but you just will naturally. You don't have to go, oh, I'm going to take from this, I'm going to take from this, I'm going to take from this. You're just naturally topping up the bank account. And so it's super, super powerful. It's such a small little thing. When I recommend this, it's the one thing that a lot of men go, I really need to do this, or I really want to do this, and they start doing it. It makes a huge, huge difference. So a daily text message. Lastly, a nightly ritual. Now, if you own the day by winning the night before. And so when we do the nightly ritual, we just prepare anything that we can the night before. Is there some kids' lunches or bags you can prep and pack beforehand? Is your own gym bag? Is there your own lunches? Those things you could do before. Just look at what you do in the morning and ask, can I do any of this the night before? Because if you do something the night before, it might take 5 minutes. In the morning, it will take 10, 15 minutes, whatever it might be. So the more that clearer you can be first thing in the morning, the better it is for you. The most suggestible first thing in the morning. So if we're running around doing all these things, what's the lesson? What's the signal we're giving to ourselves and our unconscious mind? That we're stressed and we've got so much to do, and you know, we're running around trying to do all this stuff. But if we wake up and it's like we can just slowly get into the day, do what we need to do, you know, and then get to work in a nice, calm, relaxed state, the whole day is generally going to be like that. Generally how you start your day is how you end it, unless things happen, but your ability to get back on track, obviously. So the more things you could do the night before, the better your morning's going to be. And then you own the morning, you win the day. And to do that, you need to win the night before and to plan and prepare the night before. And finally, I want to give you a few little bonuses that you could do at times. I do these most days as well, or pretty much every day, but there's some good little things that you can do as well. The first is breath work. We love breath work here at AMD. We do at all of our events, we do some quite intense ones, but you don't need to do that. Just simply, you know, do some rounds. There's plenty on YouTube that you can just Google and just do like a 5-10 minute little breath work every single day. It's amazing the difference that it makes and how much you will actually start to change and shift the energy by just doing breath work. It's a powerful tool. I would highly, highly recommend that you get into it and just try it out. Do one for 30 days, you know, do it every single day, just see what happens. The second is grounding. Get your feet on the ground. We always seem to walk around with shoes or on artificial surfaces. You know, we never really get back into nature. And so everything has two states, positive, negative. So does we. We're like batteries. Everything's energy. And so we let go of negative energy, negative ions, when we stand on the grass or on the beach or whatever it is, barefoot. And so that helps get it out of our body. So just do that for 20 minutes a day, grounding, letting out those negative ions. If there's nothing around, like if you're in the city and you know there's no parks or anything, you can touch a tree as well. I'm not asking you to be a tree hugger, but put your hand on a tree or some plants or whatever, that will help ground you as well, which is super, super important. I have a grounding mat on my bed and it's made a massive difference to my sleep. So I highly recommend getting some kind of grounding in for 20 minutes a day if you can. You know, even if you sit down and you have lunch out on the grass or you know, at a park or whatever it might be, but really try and get your feet, bare feet on the grass, on the ground, that's not on an artificial surface for at least 20 minutes a day. The next thing is sunlight. Get some sunlight on your body. Now obviously don't do it in the middle of the day and get cooked or burnt. I don't take any responsibility for that. Be smart, use your own common sense. but try and get some sun on your body. Generally first thing in the morning is really good because we get energy from sun. You know, all plants get energy from the sun. That's how they grow. If we didn't have the sun for one day, if the sun didn't come up for one day, we'd all be dead. Life force would be dead on this planet. So it's super important, and everything's just energy, everything's just light, all the photons coming from the sun. So get your body out into there. We always cover up so much, and you know, if you think about countries that are raining all the time, there's not much sun, it can be quite down and depressing. But even if they get outside and get some of that sunlight, even if it's through the clouds, generally you'll feel better. So it's really important to get some kind of sun on your body for 20 minutes a day as well, and try and get it on as much as your body as you can. Generally first thing in the morning, you won't get burnt, you know, you'll get a nice little bit of sun hit, and then you can go start your day. So you can, you know, you can ground, you can read, you can get sunlight like what I do first thing in the morning. You can do all three at once, and it's nice and easy. Now the last thing I want to talk about here is cold exposure. Getting into the water, whether it's a cold shower, whether it's an ice bath, whether it's just a cold plunge, jumping in the pool, whatever it is, just try and do some kind of cold exposure. Now you can sit in there for 30 seconds, a minute, 4 minutes, however long you want to. I recommend at least 30 seconds, but then it's really going to help you. It does so much. Like, I'm not going to get into it now. You can just Google it if you need to, because I'm not an expert in this field. I don't know everything about it, but I do know how much it actually helps you and the benefits that it has. It also stimulates brown fat as well, which then your body has to heat you up, and it uses that as fuel. So if you are carrying some extra weight, some stored energy, it's a good way to lose weight as well. Obviously you can't eat shit and then just expect to do cold ice baths and then expect to lose weight. It doesn't happen like that, but it's gonna give you more energy because you're burning fat as fuel, which is gonna give you more energy to go through the day and do all those kind of things. Also, it's super good for your mental strength and mental toughness. I think we can all do with that. That's why I really liked it going to the gym, because it builds mental strength and discipline and toughness. So that's the list. 8 daily things plus a few bonuses. You get to do all of them if you wish. Do whatever you can, but just commit to doing whatever. If you are doing some of them, awesome. Commit to doing as many as you can for the next 90 days and watch how much things will change for you. What you do in private will make a massive difference in what you do in public. So get stuck in, let me know which ones you're committing to doing, and I'll talk to you on the next video.